October is World Menopause Month, and it's all about making sure women have access to clear, evidence-based information. So joining us live, we have our dear friends, Jennifer of McDaniel Nutrition Therapy and Brooke of Legacy Physical Therapy. Ladies, thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Yes. This is really a dream team, if you will.
We like to say
that. Yes. A dream team of women's health, and we're going to go through some myths about menopause.
That's right.
Which I'm really excited about. There's a lot out there. And this first one is very interesting to me. It's about protein. So people say that you'll need a ton of protein to maintain muscle. I've even thought this about myself. I'm like, clearly I'm not eating enough. I need to go get some more beef.
Yeah, right.
That's immediately what I think. So what's going on? Let's talk about this first myth.
I mean, you're right. Like, I've heard people say you need a gram of protein per pound of body weight. And for most people, that is more than we need. And when we eat too much protein, it crowds out the opportunity for other nutrients that women need in this phase of life. We need fiber for heart health. We need micronutrients for bone health. So we need protein for sure. But I think a good general recommendation is to have protein on every plate, you know, a balanced plate. And it can be a mixture from animal-based sources like chicken or fish, or plant-based sources like tofu or beans, right? But if we get it at every meal and we get some at snacks, then most likely we're doing a good enough job, you know. And if women are concerned about muscle, because that's usually what the concern is, eat enough protein so you can have enough muscle, right? Then we just need to be lifting weights in addition to that.
So maybe a little bit more emphasis on that as opposed to just eating a bunch of protein,
shoveling the protein, Pop-Tarts and chips, right? And protein-rich foods that aren't even meant to have protein, right? People are spending a lot of money on these.
They are.
I'm
so glad you said that. Because there are so many recipes and things out. It's like, you make these proteins, and it's like it can get really oversaturated and confusing for people, and that's why we're here. We're here to debunk these myths. Okay, so what about this second one? A common pelvic health myth is that bladder leakage is inevitable with menopause.
Yes, and that's so many think it's just a normal part of aging. And although it is common, it is not normal. So we are not all marching down the path back to diapers. And a lot of people worry about that, women especially, because 1 in 3 women will experience bladder leakage at some point in their life. And so yes, it is very common, but there are things that you can do to prevent it from happening and to get over it if you are experiencing it, so that you don't have to worry about, you know, is my pad showing, or am I having issues? Are people gonna know? You can take control of your bladder and not let it control you as you age. And so it becomes especially apparent in the menopausal time frame because of the hormonal changes that women experience. But I'm here to tell you there's things that you can do about it.
And that's very empowering, right? To hear like, no, listen, it's not normal, and like, we can't help you. So one of those ways is you can learn more, and there's plenty of ways to learn more. So why don't we talk about this upcoming webinar if people are interested?
So on October 16th, Thursday night at 7 o'clock, Jennifer and I are doing a webinar called Menopause Strong, where we are going to be going over all of the important evidence-based information on how to kind of age healthily through menopause. And it's a free webinar, and anyone can attend. So we hope people, if want to learn more, can
And I love that you said it's evidence-based. So this is, they're not trying to sell you any kind of crazy trends, none of that.
No, there's enough of that already out there.
Amen.
This is to help you clear your way through all of that. Well, thank you both so much for joining us today. The Dream Team. Again, that event is coming up. And of course, as always, you can learn more by visiting kck.com/showme.